Thank you. Let me go back to the workforce and staffing. You have emphasized reducing unnecessary bureaucracy while protecting mission-critical roles like doctors, nurses, claims processors. Can you tell us what the categories are that are increasing and what categories are decreasing, and what metrics we will be able to get from you to know that the reforms that you're proposing are not actually degrading the care delivery? Can you provide for us, or will you provide for us, vacancy rates for the physicians, the nurses, the mental health providers, the schedulers, claims processors, and the construction project management personnel by the respective VISNs? That transparency and that update would be very helpful to us if you would commit to do that for us.
Yes, Congressman. I mean, we can provide that. It's about a 10% vacancy rate, which has been about a historic at the VA. Is really where we're still at right now. And we can provide you any breakdown that you would like to have on your visits or any of the facilities across the country going forward. And I think one of the things that I think we go back to without, discussion, and there's always different perceptions. And I think from the ranking member's perspective, I appreciate her perspective. There's the biggest questions that I get, and it's just, again, you get different questions than I do. I'm sure, and just as you would as well. But when I'm speaking, especially like the VFW groups, other like this, the moment we mention most of them love their VA care, which is great. But when we talk about the community care, there is also something very important to them, and it's most of your constituent calls are about. So I think this is what we're trying to do, is make sure the staffing is appropriate for where we need to have it. It needs to be in the level it need to have, and not what a projection could be or what you want to have. It's what is actually meeting the need where we're at. So any information you need, of course, we'll get to you further than that, but that's protected.
Mr. Secretary, we continue to get feedback from our veterans and from our constituent service people that tell us that certain specialties that veterans need, they can't get appointments. They can't get them at the VA, and then, of course, they're having difficulty getting them outside of the VA. And with all of the emphasis that's been given on downsizing in terms of the staffing, and providers within the VA. I mean, I'm just concerned because that's the feedback that we get. And it's not just our concerns as members, it's what we're hearing from our constituents and what I hear from my caseworkers and what I hear when I go to the VA and to the VFW and the American Legion and the other veteran service organizations. They're telling me that their members are having some specific problems with specialties. Nephrology, for example, is a real problem. So I just would like to get some reassurances that the veterans and female veterans will be able to have the specialty care that they need without concerns of not having outside providers willing to accept veterans.
Yeah, Congressman, I agree with you, and the one things I've never said is that we're not outside the integrated health system of our country. We have the same issues that Columbus Medical and all the others have as well in hiring specialties. I remember my brother, who is not a veteran, it took him almost 4.5 months through his regular private insurance, which is Georgia state health insurance, to get an appointment for a issue that he had, and this is in the private sector. Doctors and nurses in Northeast Georgia, Northside, Piedmont, everybody else has the same issues as trying to continue to feed the need in our communities for doctors, nurses, and everything else. We're at that same boat of having to compete with them. So again, it's not surprising me. I don't deny that in certain areas it's a little bit harder to hire specialties, just as it is for the community as well. But we're concerned about it, and we're working toward moving and making sure those are protected and hired.
Thank you. My time has expired.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.